Hey guys, welcome to another installment of Monday Marketing Madness. Today's message is all about creating a killer landing page and lead capture form with Agent Accelerator. Let's take a look at my website. I've just converted over to the new design templates. Really great features that we have available to us. And you'll see use some of these pre-formatted calls to action and lead capture form to build my very own landing page for lead capture for home sellers. Now let me show you just what I mean. This is a lead capture form and landing page that I've created, customized to meet sellers' interests. As you can see, I have compelling information to draw people. I've identified some interesting graphics to view. I've also provided hyperlinks for them to click on in order to register. I'm providing both visual image as well as a link for them to also click on. One of the things that you want to do in designing a landing page is to be specific about your target and your topic. You want to place several calls to action strategically throughout the landing page that you're designing. You also want to use imagery as well as text hyperlinks to capture those consumers. You want to make sure that you write compelling copy as well as valuable information in the offer. Let me show you what the contact form looks like. The image that I clicked on takes you directly here. For example, how much is my home worth? I provide some interesting content and some pre-formatted information that you can pull directly from your newly formatted website and use in your very own way. Here I've created a custom form to show you exactly how that's formatted. This is a custom form that I've generated that I'm asking people to register so they can get free market information about their home and their neighborhood. Okay, so let's take a look at just how to build this. First of all, I'm going to log in to Agent Accelerator. Then I'm going to click on the Site Builder tab. It's going to default and take me directly to the Design Center. But what I want to do is focus on building the landing page first. So I'm going to click on my Site Content tab, and then I'm going to select Add Page. And that Add Page button is found right down here. Once you click on the Add Page, it'll ask you to give that page a title. Add the title, and then it'll ask you if you want to edit that page now or close the window. Of course, you'll want to edit the content now. I'm showing you the content page that I created in the example that I showed you earlier. So what you want to do is provide compelling reason for the consumer to click and register and offer up their name and email address. You can do that in several ways. So what I show here is providing content and call to action, and then I add an image. The way I add the image is I click on the photo gallery, click on company images, and then I can select from one of these pre-formatted images that we've uploaded for you. You literally click on the image and then you drag it and drop it onto your page. When you've added enough images, go ahead and close that window, and then you can add a link to this image right here. But right now what we want to do is to build the page first. I'm going to delete this image. So get all of the content laid out, identify where your calls to action are, and then we will gather links. You can add images down below the page or up at the top. Once you have your page identified, then you'll click the Submit button. Once you submit it, then you're ready to move on and identify the URLs that you're going to add as hyperlinks. Now, the best way, if you've already, and most of you have already converted your website, so when you click to view your live website, you can select images or URLs to callouts that you already have on your page. If you don't have these on your page, then you can easily select those. Let me show you the URL that you'll select. For example, in my example, I identify what's my home worth, selling your home, and home evaluation as specific callouts. If I click on any one of these links, it'll take me to a pre-formatted contact form. All I need to do is click and select and then copy the URL of this page. Then I'm going to use that page as one of the hyperlinks. Let's do that real quick. I'm going to go back to the page that I created, and then I'm going to create a hyperlink to the image, what is my home worth. I do that by clicking on the image. I then paste the URL that I copied right into the link URL space. Now make sure that you click here on the target. You want that to open in a new window. Then you click Update, and now you have a hyperlink on this image. Now, don't just let the image speak for you. Also create a hyperlink and a call to action. For example, free equity position report for your property. I'm going to select that text and again do the exact same thing and create the hyperlink. Paste, make sure it opens in a new window, and then click up. Lastly, I want to create a custom registration for this particular call to action. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to submit this page because I want to save this work that I've already done on these two locations. Click submit, and then I'm going to go back to my site content page. This is where I can create a custom form, and the link for that is right next to where I clicked to add a page. It's right here. It will ask for a title of the form, the text that you want to appear on the form, and then any fields that you wish to show. You can have them show and not be required, or you can have the form show and require the filling out of that particular item. Once you've identified this top part, you want to click Save Form. Once you save form, you want to go back into that form and give it a page to go to once the consumer has finished filling out the form. You can direct them back to the home page of your website or to any other page on your website. Or if you have another URL, for example, if you're talking to buyers and you want them to get pre-qualified, you could enter the URL of your Gibraltar Mortgage home mortgage consultant. Enter that URL right here and then click Save Form. I want to show that form on the internet, so I'm going to click Show. That way I can get the URL and add that URL to my landing page. That URL is right here, and I can always choose to hide it after I've created my landing page. So here's the custom form that I just created. I'm going to click up in the URL address line. I'm going to copy that URL so I can build it in as a hyperlink. I'm going back to the page that I created, my landing page, and then right here is where I'm going to add my hyperlink. Click on the link button, insert link button, paste my URL. I'm going to have it open in a new window, and then I click update. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to click submit. Lastly, what I'm going to do is to click show on my website. Let's take a look at that form. I have this particular form located at the top of this particular tab, View Properties. Now this is a seller's landing page, so I would more than likely bring this out as a separate tab out on my website here. But just for training purposes, you can see here is the landing page that I just created. It has all these great calls to action and some great compelling information for the consumer. That does it for another installment of Monday Marketing Madness. We'll see you online.